Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish word of the day is stutter, which is in Swedish stamma. Stamma. That is because I'm gonna use my me, myself and Mmmmitchell, and it sounds like you're stuttering or stammar. I wanted to do a little shop my stash. I might go into some of my liquid eyeshadows as well. I haven't decided, but I think I'm gonna do that. And if you have seen my pan those eyeshadows, this is one of the palettes that I'm gonna pan, not trying to pan it, but I'll link that video right up here. It explains a little bit more. This is what the palette looks like, but today I kind of want to dip into the purples right here. I haven't used those. I mainly actually stick to this side when I'm using this palette. I have already done my eyeshadow primer and I set it down with just the loose powder. So I set it like down to here, but not here, just so you are aware. So I just zoomed you guys in a little bit and I am going to hop into the shade Milkshake, which is this one. This is one of the shadows that I got to pan. If you have seen that video, you guys know what I mean when I say that I'm going to pan some shadows. It's not that I'm gonna pan them, but yeah, you can just check that video out if you want to. It's just a way to rotate between my eyeshadows. And this was one of the palettes that was pulled. And this is one of the shadows, and I actually really like this shadow. I think that this is my favorite shadow out of all of the ones that I got pulled. So this is actually really fun for me to get to use this palette, especially because I am not the biggest user of this palette. I don't know, I think it's so bulky. But the palette will, by the way, be linked down below in case you wanted to check it out. I feel like the price is very, very good on this palette, and the link will be an affiliate link. I have multiple links, down below in case you wanted to shop and support me and my channel, because basically when you see this, I'm unemployed, I think, so I'm kind of depending a little bit on this now. Which I hate. It feels like I'm selling my soul. I might actually want to go into the shade Miles High, which is this one, just because I feel like this got a little bit too pinky. So I'm just gonna go over it just a tad, you know, just to purple it up a little bit. Just like so. I don't want it to be like too much because I still like the pink and purple mix, but just like that, so you can see the difference. It goes a little bit to the purple side right here. Now I'm actually gonna take Motto or Morgan. I cannot decide. They're so pretty, both of them. I think I might do a little mix of both of them, so I'm just going back and forth, tapping them off. And then I think I'm just gonna take it in my outer corner right here, just to stamp it on a little bit. And that was a little bit sheer. Maybe I need to go in and be a little bit harder with my brush. Yes, much better. So I'm just gonna pack this on. I'm just stamping it on. I like to stamp shadows on just so I get full pigment. Ooh, I think that they blended in very beautifully, especially now that we changed the shade that we had in our crease. This was, by the way, one of my Kaleidos brushes. This is the S3 brush. So I know it looks like this brush has been used, but I just wiped everything off right here, and I'm just going to blend out the edges right here. And I didn't take any shadow or anything on it. I just kind of wanted to blend out the shadow. I kind of need to take this mirror. That's the weird thing with this palette, that you get this really strange mirror, and I haven't even taken out off the plastic of this. I gotta hand it to him though. Mitchell he did a very unique palette and he did a great job being like versatile. Now I'm just dipping into the shadow Motto, just to blend this out. I think that was really pretty. I'm just gonna take my blending brush that I had previously, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges a little bit right here. And I'm doing these like wind wiper motion thingies that you're not supposed to do. And then I'm just going over it and doing these small circular motions. I love shadows like the shade Master, which is this one right here. Just like these champagne shades with a purple look. I think that it is so flattering. So I'm actually gonna take that. And then I'm gonna take the Stila Kidding Karma shadow just on top of it, which I have in my project pan, so I'm trying to be good. So I'm just spraying my brush because I don't want any fallout. I was about to say that I'm too old for fallout, but I'm too... Oh, I just get so annoyed with fallout, especially when I've done my skincare, because it feels like I'm kind of wiping away all of my skincare, and oh, that's no bueno. So I'm just tapping this over a little bit. Maybe we need to take like a purple shimmer so that we can blend these two to get together. I'm taking the shade Mega, or Mega, which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna meet the two. Taking my finger. I'm taking this brush once again, that was from Kaleidos with no additional product on it, but it does have a little bit of the shade Motto on it, and I'm just trying to blend these together. I need this mirror. So now I'm just taking my Kidding Karma. This is from Stila. It's just a mini. I'm taking it on the back of my hand, and it's actually a little bit hard to pick up, so we're gonna have to see how this works. Oh, this is so crusty and flaky actually. Okay, I'm gonna try it with the wand. Okay, I will clean this up a little bit later, but I think I'm just gonna go off camera for now and do my liners and everything like that, and then my face makeup, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I'm looking like right now. I have a lot of bronzer on my face, I know, sue me. So I actually really love the shade Motto, so that is the one shadow or shade that I am going to take. And I'm just gonna take this under my eye right here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so Beautybay, I'm a little bit salty at them because they have raised the prices and I don't know why. It was just one of those days where I was on the website. This is maybe 1 month ago, maybe 1.5 months ago, and I was browsing through the website, and then it was like bam, the prices went up, and I was like, I'm fine with them raising prices because I get that everything gets more expensive and everything like that. That's totally fine, but it was such a big difference. Like some products went up with 200 Swedish crowns, which is around like $20. The ABH palettes has always been a little bit more affordable or on Beautybay's website, but now they are more affordable to purchase in Sweden. A lot of the like Makeup Revolution products were ridiculously expensive, and I actually talked to Stars Hollywood Jessica about this because I was so annoyed, and she said that one of her friends or something had commented to Beautybay about this, and they were like, yeah, but we can take whatever prices we want, and sure, fine, you can do that, but what the fuck is going on? That's not okay. I think I'm actually gonna take a mix under my eyes with the shade Milkshake and Miles High. Anyway, that was so annoying to me because I was like, okay. I've always been the kind of person that shops on Beautybay because I feel like they are located in the UK, so they are a little bit more affordable than we are in Sweden. So I was very annoyed by that. But what I wanted to say is that I don't think have raised the price on this Mmmmitchell palette, which is nice. So this is still, I think that it is still very affordable for what you get. This is probably like one of my, when it comes to eyeshadows, I have mostly expensive palettes, but obviously I have some affordable palettes as well. But I actually think that this is a really nice palette. Every time I use it, first time I used it, I thought that it was really good, but the shimmers were meh. Now, every time I use it, I feel like the quality is just going up and up and up. And that's really nice. That's why I personally don't trust first impressions and shit like that, because I feel like they, even though people say like, yeah, I know what I like in eyeshadows, yeah, sure, maybe you do, but different shadows perform differently. It doesn't matter, like some shadows might be pressed pigments and some shadows might be not pressed pigments. So, you know, it just varies. I really come to the conclusion that I really like when someone reviews something and they test it over and over and over again and not just on camera. I'm gonna take the shade Muffin, which is this one right here. It's a iridescent or duochrome. No, it's an iridescent shadow. I will actually spray that. And then I will put it right here. Because a lot of the times, if a person just uses a palette for like 3 looks, 1 palette or something like that, they can say how the shadows performed and everything, but a lot of the times they might not use the shadows for the entire day. If I take off my makeup after work and then apply my makeup, then I'm only gonna have the shadows on for just a little bit before I go to bed. So that doesn't tell you how they last in rain or sunshine or, you know, whatever it might be. Okay, a shadow, if it pours rain on you, you can't really blame the eyeshadows if it doesn't look that great, but if it's regarding a foundation or something. Maybe you want to stay and do a blush and highlight with me? Okay, shall we? Okay, great, thank you. Okay, I want to take my nude stick blush. This is in the shade Cherry Blossom. I freaking love this color. This is what the color looks like, by the way. So it's just like a pinky nude. So I'm taking a little stippling brush and then I'm just kind of, not a stippling brush, this is a brush from Morphe, and then I'm always stippling on the blushes. A lot of people ask me how I apply cream products because it just wears off on you, or a lot of people complain about the fact, not complain, but you know what I mean, such that it lifts the foundation, and you cannot work with a cream product like you do with a blush or with a powder, I mean. So you kind of have to go up and down, and I do this, you know, very, very small up and down really quick. Sorry, my English sometimes is just not that great. And then I have a very light hand, so I never press my brush like this. You'll never see me do that. You'll see me like barely touch my skin when I do this. And I never have a problem with cream lifting up my shadows or my foundation, I mean. I never have that sort of problem. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Regarding Beautybay, I kind of thought that that was a little bit like strange, because yes, of course they can take whatever prices they want, especially on like Jeffree Star and shit like that, that always sells out. But some of the prices that they have on certain brands or products, it's just like, what? I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose as well because I like that and I think that that is cute. I always just take a little bit like that and then I kind of pat it out with my finger. You can always do that if you don't like something. You can always pat it out with your fingers. I actually want to take this one for highlight today. This is the Milania Strobe Light. I saw Julia Adams talk about this and she said that it was a great dupe for the Anastasia Perla highlight, and I didn't want to pay that much money for it because I didn't know if I like a lot of cream highlights. I know I like my creams, but liquid is another story. So I got the shade 1 Afterglow, so this is the lightest shadow, and I like the fact that it comes with a little pump like this, as you can see. I am just gonna squirt out a small amount on the back of my hand, and then I'm taking, this is an eyeshadow brush because I kind of just want to take a little bit and see how I like it. This is the Morphe M429 brush, stippling brush. I'm picking it a little bit up and then I'm just gonna blend out it on the back of my head. I think I want to take a bigger brush actually. Yeah, I think that this is way too tinsy. Okay, so I'm taking this one. This is from BH Cosmetics. I'm just gonna take a little bit. So I'm just doing like this And then I am going to press this on. That is actually something that I have noticed, that cream or liquid highlights sometimes pick up foundation. So I think that that is why I'm a little bit scared of them, especially my Cover FX one. That one really picked up my foundation. I actually love to have a cream highlight as sort of a base for my powder highlight. I feel like it applies so, it's so patchy. It's not the product, it's me. I don't have it very good on my brush or evenly. But I feel like when you have a cream as a base, it applies so smoothly. A lot of the times I get questions like, oh my god, what kind of highlight do you have on your skin? Because it looks so smooth, and a lot of the times it's just a highlight, you know, whatever, but it is the creams that does it. And it also really helps because I'm wearing a cream blush. So when I apply that and then I apply my highlight on top, the cream blush acts like a cream base, you know. I think I need to work with this a tad more just to see how I like it, but I feel like this would be great for areas where I don't want too much, like right here. I remember when I always did so much right here. People hated me for it. And I'm gonna take my favorite highlight in the entire world. If I had to rank all my highlights, this would be on top. This is the Pixi Glowy Gossamer Duo in the shade Subtle Sunrise. I've gone through one of this before and then I repurchased it, and as you can see, major pan. And I'm applying this with a ColourPop F5 brush. I'm just gonna, you know, go over this. I love the shadow, or like the color of this highlight. I also love the formula of it. I would describe it as a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop, but not as creamy. So it's a little bit easier to work with, but it's still like super blinding. But since it is so creamy, you can tone it down a lot. Okay, so this is the finished look. I feel like honestly, I love this look. I love, like, this is a dress. It's a long dress, it goes under the knees. I have my little leopard scrunchie, and I think that leopard goes so well with purple and this like Kitten Karma shadow. The lips, great. The skin, no cakiness whatsoever. Really, really like it. I'm wearing a lot of my Product Pan items, so trying to use them up. I really like this look. I think it looks really nice. And again, first time I used this palette, I wasn't like too sure about it, but now that I've used it more, I gotta say, like, I really enjoy it. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's beautiful, and I think that he did an amazing job. I think that I just didn't give it enough, I don't know, I just didn't really give it a chance, so that's on me. But I hope you liked this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!